guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians, and welcome to our second song on this Friday. As we said, we're gonna listen to another cat song. This is another request by TZ, one of our supporters on Buy Me Coffee, so thank you for your support and suggestion. This is Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, and we'd never heard his name. I have no idea who he is. But the song title was really intriguing. They sent us the official video, so that's what we're gonna do today. But we're very excited. I'm very excited to explore him for the first time and see what this song is all about.
On a morning from a Bogart movie, in a country where they turn back time, you go strolling through the crowd like Peter Lorre contemplating a crime. She comes out of the sun in a silk dress, running like a watercolor in the rain. Don't bother asking for explanation, she'll just tell you that she came in the year of the cat.
Let's just wait here before the second verse, because what an arrangement, what an instrumentation. Actually, I was not expecting it to be piano heavy, but I don't know why, because I never heard anything of him. So but I really love that the piano is kind of like the central instrument, at least so far. And I love how full. I always love when in these songs, like the piano is not just like a, oh yeah, there's a melody or like a filler. It has a lot of, like, all the fingers basically are working. So a lot of notes on the right hand, a lot of notes on the left hand. So it's just so full and so many voices happening at the same time. I think it just gives it like a very thick layer and a very full layer of instrumentation, and that's very exciting to listen to. And then obviously there was other things, like we heard like a guitar in the middle of it. So I'm interested to see what other instruments are coming. But so far I loved the piano so much. Yeah, as you said, I also really like the arrangements, especially some of the harmonies that suddenly would change. I mean, I think until now, 2 times at least, there were places that I was, oh, it's almost a modulation. Yeah. And it felt like that. Yeah, that's true, yeah. And also, what caught my attention was his voice. He has such a light voice. Like, it's like there is a sun inside his voice. It's so bright. I cannot imagine him singing a dark, sad song. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because it's so light.
She doesn't give you time for questions as she locks up your arm in hers, and you follow to your sense of which direction completely disappears. By the blue tiled walls near the market stalls, there's a hidden door she leads you to. These days she's says I feel my life just like a river running through the air of the cat. While she looks at you so coolly, and her eyes shine like the moon and the sea. She comes in incense and patchouli, so you take her to find what's waiting inside the ear of the cat. One morning comes and you're still with her, on the bus and the tourists are gone.
Let's just wait here for a little bit because there was so many beautiful things happening in the instrumental, and I was not ready for that many, like that much interaction between an introduction of new instruments. Actually, it kind of like the piano kind of faded, went in the background, and then we just saw so many layers. I specifically love the moment where the orchestral or the strings textures came in the thing. It just like was a very pivotal moment in this song. It really felt like we are going from kind of like one dimension that is just like piano and vocal to like a weird 4 or 5 dimensional world, because there was a lot of things happening and I felt really immersed in the story actually. So I really like that. Like I could listen to that for like 10 minutes, just like the conversation between all those instruments back to back.
Yeah, oh my God, I didn't expect it to become so beautiful. I mean, from the beginning, but it was so beautiful. But the arrangement is so interesting. I mean, the person who arranged this, it's really a well thought arrangement. First of all, I was thinking about how great legatos he makes with his voice. I mean, I didn't maybe pay attention that much before the first pause, if he also does that also there, but at least in the middle part he was making such great and beautiful legatos. It was like he was starting with his voice, or like with a breath, and then he would continue and start a never ending note until the end of the phrase. Even when the words were finished, he was still not letting go of the note and still keeping until the next word or until the next sentence. And this is exactly the definition of legato also in the instruments, like instrumental music, or in general in instruments. For example, in violin, that's we really can also make legatos, which is not really that easy, because when you finished a bow, then when you come back you have to change your direction, so it's really hard to keep the legato, and it's a very big team to make a good legato, and you have to do some tricks to make the good legato. And he was exactly using this. It was like it's never stopping, and it's like very nice legato. And I loved the contrast between his legato and his way of singing, which was really exaggerated, long, and like, as I said, legato, with the arrangement in that time that he was singing. That was really rhythmical and like really articulated. And then as he finished, he passed this legato to the string section, and then it was the contrast between the rest of the music with the strings. And then the strings, I really like this train section that everybody was like passing this legato to the next instrument, and then the string was giving it to acoustic guitar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I loved the acoustic guitar part. It was so beautiful. And then it was passing it to the electric guitar and then to saxophone, I
Yeah, I
guess.
think, yeah.
And then as saxophone finished, he started again. So it was never a never ending legato in the whole time. And then with the background music, I really like the arrangement of it.
I actually want to go back a little bit, not to the full section, but let's go listen to it a little bit and then see the transition to back to the vocals.
Inside the year of the cat. And you're still with her. On the bus and the tourists are gone, and you've thrown away your choice and lost your ticket, so you have to stay on. But the drumbeat strains of the night remain, and the rhythm of the newborn day. You know sometime you're bound to leave her, but for now you're gonna stay in the year of the cat. Year of the cat.
Wow.
Well,
It was very
the
beautiful.
song in general was really matching the cover of it's like there was so many different things and so many like I don't know, random things that you see in one place that doesn't make sense even, but even though they are so random, but they somehow like harmonize with each other, and somehow it works out. And also the cover is so like light, with the light colors, exactly like the music. And it's exactly like, I don't know, some rooms or some houses that there are so many different random stuffs there, but it doesn't feel like it's chaotic or like full. It's all of them. It's like as a whole it makes sense. And it's even though each item is so different to each other, from each other, but the whole thing is a whole, and it's really pleasant to watch or to
Yeah,
hear.
exactly. Because I was also thinking that not about the randomness that they make, they kind of work together. I think I agree. You're like the way that you connected that to the cover, but I was also thinking that it's it's kind of similar in that it unfolds more and more as you go, because in the first time that you see the cover or you listen to the music, it's just like you see a general picture, but then as you go and then you just look more, you see all these details and you read some of the labels, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then the music kind of like unfolded in that way too, because we kind of heard some melody in the background with his vocals, but then as it went on, new layers kind of like got revealed for us. And then we heard so many other instruments. Some of them had that theme, but some of them like kind of like went a little bit on their own way. So it kind of like felt like this picture, as you said, for me was like the unfolding of it that was very interesting, because it really felt like visually, and also like from just listening to it, it was very like a story that is not just his story, but the instruments also are telling us the story and kind of accompany the lyrics as we go. So it was, the vocals are also as like just the same equal as importance as the instruments. And regarding the lyrics, I don't know what he meant by but that story actually, because if you look at the lyrics, they were like, okay, like this happened, you can really picture what's happening to the narrator and what is happening, but it's still like very vague, because okay, why, who is that girl, like just basically so many questions. But which I guess like it can also be a metaphor, like the girl can be a reference. I have no idea what the year of the cat really symbolizes. I know there is like the year of different animals, and they all like have different meanings. I'm not sure what year of the cat really means, but the whole song gives a little like mysterious, not the song, like the lyrics give a little mysterious vibe. And I think cats are mysterious, kind of, so maybe that's how it's like connected to it. But as you said, I think his voice was the perfect voice for such a story, because it was not at all, I didn't feel like he's performing at all. I really felt like you're just listening to his story. It didn't have so much like drama of a performance. It really felt like it's just so casual, and we're just here to feel the story and kind of like be like drawn away and like, okay, what is happening. And then sometimes the instruments are also part of the story. They just tell you how he feels. So it was I loved how detailed it was as well, like from everything from the arrangement to like the clarity of each instrument, like the passing of the instruments together. It was very lush and very like you could really immerse yourself in it, but at the same time it was not really like, it was very clear, every line had clear, there was no distortion. So I really like that everything was so big, but at the same time you would not feel like overwhelmed by all these instruments that are happening. It was very very nice and detailed. Yeah, so that was actually an amazing introduction for us to Al Stewart. So we want to thank you, TZ, for suggesting this beautiful song, and we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Please let us know what other Al Stewarts we should listen to. I've never heard of his name, but we thoroughly enjoyed it. So don't forget to like this video as well and subscribe to our channel if you want to support us more. There's a buy me coffee link in the description, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.